So I want to talk about my Liferaft. This was a Winslow Liferaft that I bought in 2017 just after I got the boat. I think it cost me about $5,500 US at the time. And I haven't been into big water offshore, since I got the boat. Lots of Juan de Fuca, lots of Georgia Strait. Arguably, Liferaft might be considered overkill. Nevertheless, I had it on board in the event that I did want to go offshore. And as you may know, the service interval is supposed to be 3 years, for commercial vessels, or if you're offshore regularly, you should get it looked at every 3 years. I didn't. I wasn't going offshore, so I didn't. It's 2025 now. It was 8 years later, and I thought, you know what? I gotta send it in. It's time. Even for me, maybe I want to go outside on the west side of Vancouver Island. Probably a good idea to have a raft. So I started calling around. Oh, okay. I'm based on Vancouver Island. There's a shop, in Victoria. They do life rafts. Oh no, they won't do a Winslow. Nobody will touch a Winslow. You got to call. So I called down to the factory, and sure enough, oh yeah, we got centers all over the world. There's one down in California. There's one in Florida. That's the manufacturing facility. I called the California one. No answer. No call back. Okay, so now I got to ship this 117-pound life raft in the Pelican case, down to Florida. So that, cost me $125 to ship it down there. And I'm thinking, okay, well, this is good. Whatever, okay, kind of a pain, but nevertheless, I ship it down there, and they have it for a couple of weeks. And call them back, hey, how's my raft doing? Oh, sorry, sir, we had to condemn your raft. It wouldn't hold the pressure test. And I'm like, what? It's been in the $600 Pelican case, vacuum packed, hasn't been touched for 8 years, in the shade, the whole thing, and it failed. And they're like, sorry, there's nothing we can do. We're not allowed to once our inspectors condemn it, we can't even put a CO2 cylinder on it. We can ship you back the raft if you want, but nobody will touch it. You got to be a Winslow certified, technician to put a CO2 cylinder on, and it's been condemned, so nobody's going to do it. But we can sell you a new raft for $7,000 US, so 10 grand Canadian. And if you want us to condemn it and take care of the disposal, that's $100 charge for us to condemn it. And oh my God, are you kidding me? So I'm choked. Like, I'm thinking, okay, a recreational raft, never touched, never used, in the high dollar production case, no UV damage, no water. This should be 15 years, 12, right? But condemned after 8. And it's a high, these guys make life rafts for freaking aircraft carriers and commercial ships and whatnot. It's like, are you kidding me? 8 years sitting on my deck on True North, and my boat's not even heavily used. Like, I get out a bit, but anyhow, so I condemned the raft, and of course, I'm trying to get a price for a new raft, and I talked to some folks in Victoria, and they've got an offshore version for 3,500 Canadian, and it's got a warranty for 12 years if you do the 3-year service interval. I'm like, okay, well, that feels a little better. But guess what? The valise doesn't fit in here. And so now, when I bought the boat, there was a raft on the boat, which I took off. Had to fill the holes of the old stainless steel cradle. The Pelican box, $600 new. The cradle, $1,000 new. I just looked online. I'm like, okay, well, send me the freaking Pelican case back, because that's for $600. You know, I can use it for storage on deck, or maybe if I do ever sell the boat, maybe somebody wants to buy a Winslow and put it in there. This thing's $1,200. So basically now, 8 years later, for $5,500 US in 2017 dollars, which is probably all rolled in more like you know, 10,000 US dollars today. New raft, Pelican case, and this. I get storage on deck. You know, for 7,000 US, I get a Pelican case and a cradle on deck to store stuff in. So I'm quite choked, and you know, I hate to do this, but guys, I wouldn't buy a Winslow. I would never buy another Winslow again. It wasn't good value for the money to me. And no, they were very nice. They were very polite. And for $50, they shipped this empty Pelican case back to me. So you know, for $175, I got to learn that this was condemned after 8 years sitting on my deck in weather a lot of the time like this right now. You know, the sealed $600 Pelican case. Anyway, I'm grumpy enough about it that I thought I would share that with you guys. And you know, over to you. I found a place in Victoria. I ended up buying a valise, and it's stored down below. Found a spot for it down below, but they also, you know, the place in Victoria does have, you know, a place to store it on deck, which means I got to remove the stainless steel cradle, drill new holes in the deck, fill these ones. So I thought, okay, you know what, I'm just going to go with the valise and store it down below. Anyhow, I'm sorry to report that, but those are the facts. You can decide, you know, what's worthwhile for you. I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts on how long their life rafts last, either with servicing or not. What should be, you know, life expectancy? 12 years with regular servicing. You know, the comment was, if it doesn't pass the test, they'll replace it. Like if you get regular servicing every 3 years and it doesn't pass the test in year 6, they'll replace it free of charge. So, okay, that seemed more reasonable to me. And it was Pacific Coast Liferaft out of Victoria. Seemed like great service. We'll see. I had dealt with those Pacific Coast Liferaft in Victoria back in 2009, and then that Liferaft actually got stolen when my boat was down in Mexico. My boat was robbed and everything got stripped, including the Liferaft. So I never got the chance to see how long it lasted. Anyway, love to hear what life expectancy people are, or what life, not expectancy, but how long people's rafts are lasting before they get condemned. And yeah, chime in with the comments. And if anybody else has experience with Winslow, share it with the viewers. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, by all means, whatever it is you're doing out there. Respect the risk. Have fun. We'll see you next time.